Well, so don't understand why the market is down, guys. So Bitcoin is down almost by 3.7%, and almost all the cryptocurrencies right now into minus by 3%, 4%, 5%. I mean, we just saw the cryptocurrency market was going up a little bit in green, and all of a sudden everything is again in red. That's quite surprising, because in terms of news, that you have a lot of news, positive news. One is from definitely Japan. Yahoo Japan was intending to buy a cryptocurrency exchange called Bitag from Japan. Imagine Yahoo. I mean, Yahoo failed because of, Google obviously captured the market, and Yahoo is not really doing well. And Yahoo, as a company, if they realize the potential of cryptocurrency and they try to acquire an exchange, that's really a big news. Yahoo coming into cryptocurrency, can you believe that? And we also have a couple of news from Schiff Gold, Peter Schiff, the gold man. He's now accepting Bitcoin Cash for the transaction, which is pretty weird, because he is an advocate of metal currency like gold, silver, and he has been saying for a long time that cryptocurrencies are not backed by zero, not backed by anything, so they are nothing but the bubble. So that's interesting once again. But let's go ahead and look out at some interesting news right from Japan. And of course, I want to share a scam also today. So I came across this email today. I found this, and it looks like a scammer from Binance is actually sending out an email to all the Binance holders. This is what right, so this is how it looks like, that there is an email from Binance saying that we now support the import of ERC20 token, and they have actually given a link for you to actually import the private key. I mean, no exchange ever does that, guys. Not even my Ether wallet does that. So definitely this is a scam. Definitely check your inbox, see if there is any email from Binance which is asking you to import any keys on ERC20 token. Be aware of that's not the email from Binance. So yeah, let's come back to the news. So Yahoo Japan is to open up a cryptocurrency exchange. It says first steps to be taken next month. Tie up with a Bitag exchange Tokyo. It's a well-funded. Yahoo Japan wants to open a big cryptocurrency exchange a little more than a year from now. 1 year is a pretty long time if at all they are planning to open in 1 year. I mean, 1 year you might have so many other exchanges which will open up and which will have captured the market. So for Yahoo, it will be too late. If they want to do something like that, they have to do it now. Now is the time. However, there is another news which has said, Bitag itself says that denies Yahoo acquisition press reports. Now, I'm not sure, maybe Yahoo was intending to buy it and then they said no later on. Obviously, as a company, Bitag doesn't want to reveal the fact that they are going to be overtaken by some other company, or they're going to be bought over by a company like Yahoo or so. So that could be one of the reasons. However, I went on the website of Bitag, and honestly, it's not very attractive to me. I mean, it's not very fascinating. I don't know how much of volume they also do. So again, it could be a rumor that Yahoo is buying onto this cryptocurrency exchange, or it could be just a decision that they did not finalize as yet. Another news is from the Stellar founder. So this guy was on actually CNBC, the founder of Ripple and Mt. Gox. So this guy, he actually founded Mt. Gox, the world's first Bitcoin exchange back in 2013, called Mr. Jed McCaleb. So he founded Mt. Gox. He founded then he founded Ripple, and then he left Ripple, and then now he has co-founded Stellar. Now, very interesting point that he brought in is this, that the blockchain has to be decentralized for it to keep innovating. And what he compared is to blockchain to internet. Give an example of course, I would recommend to you to go ahead and watch this. This is a fascinating interview here. I'll leave the link in the description below. But what he actually mentioned is that internet is decentralized. Nobody really owns internet today. There is no central server for internet. And if Bitcoin, and same as Bitcoin, so any blockchain project that you have today, in order for it to proceed and to be censored, to be censor resistance, it has to be decentralized, just like internet. And so of course I'm pretty positive on Stellar, because the whole idea of Stellar is to be an independent cryptocurrency. So here it says what we are trying to build at Stellar is an internet level protocol. Stellar's chief executive officer, and that's one of the reason he left Ripple, because he found Ripple is more of a centralized. So definitely a guy to follow. If you don't follow him, definitely check out his Twitter, because I think he's a pretty important guy. He understands what the blockchain technology and the decentralization is, and I'm sure his intention was very clear when he said that any project has to be as decentralized as internet, not as decentralized as Google, not as decentralized as Yahoo, not as decentralized as Facebook. These are not decentralized. So Ripple is also not decentralized. So definitely something to look out for. But again, that doesn't mean that it won't fetch you profit. Like I've always said, I'm not really saying that just because it's not decentralized, the money cannot be made. Of course, there are people who are booking up profit and making money. Again, none of this here is a financial or investment advice. Please do your research before investing. Understand there are risks involved with cryptocurrency investment. We are too early into this whole ecosystem, so do understand that. Now this is interesting once again. So Goldbug, Peter Schiff's company, now is accepting Bitcoin Cash. Now why does he do that? It's very strange. So here is what he has to say. The guy who calls the Bitcoin economy digital beanie babies now accepts Bitcoin Cash. So, and though he went for Bitcoin Cash and not Bitcoin, that's interesting once again. So the reason he wants to give is that we also support any free market approach to money and barter and recognize Bitcoin as a valid payment system. We are proud to work with BitPay to process your transactions in Bitcoin Cash. At least this guy is accepting Bitcoin finally. Doesn't matter what opinion his, maybe he calls it a bubble, but he also says that as soon as we accept your payments in Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, we immediately convert it to US dollar. In his opinion, US dollar is also a bubble. So this guy is purely, it's all about metal. He is all about gold and silver. It's not about US dollar, it's not about cryptocurrency. But the interesting thing is now he started accepting Bitcoin Cash. So of course this is a scam that I wanted to share with you. Definitely be aware of any email that you get in your mailbox from Binance or from any MyEther wallet. Definitely emails are the best place for the hackers to actually put their action. So hack emails, Reddit, and of course Twitter. You send me 0.1, I'll send you 2. So definitely be aware of all these scams, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy your Sunday.